Hey. Welcome to the first episode of the Nightcap. And here is something totally different from what I normally do. So bear with me and us. So we'll be talking about nighttime stuff. Um, I know sometimes I do this in the gentleman's panel, and it's kind of like, ooh, but I thought to do something different and kind of bring a different spin on what I bring at CCNTV. So here we have it. So let's get into some things, and we'll be playing some music too. So let's just have fun and kind of get into it. Hey, T Daniels, what's going on? How you doing? Nice to see you, and everybody up in the chat. Hello. Again, welcome to the Nightcap. So, all right. Yeah. So it's gonna get a little raunchy, a little questions asked. You can ask questions, chat, you can participate in all this. So if you feel the need, this is definitely very relaxed. Yeah, we may have a political moment because of all that's going on, but it's really just about chilling back and relaxing and having your nightcap. So if you do have a nightcap with you, then by all means, get it and fill it up. So all right. First, let's just talk about a few things. Hey Natty Hawkins, how you doing? Um, wow. All that's going on right now is a bit crazy. Um, I do hope that the president does recover so he can continue to get mollywopped in regular debates. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
I don't want crazy ass Penton power. That man's nuts.
Well, I mean, even if he is, it's only going to be for a short while.
Shit, you man. That's my fear. I'm like, no, don't let him. He a little too quiet for me. That's
I'll
what
drink to that. Right, exactly.
That's yeah. Everybody in the chat, but
Hey,
yeah, I'm just
hey Keisha Bottoms, how you doing? What's going on, Miss Bishop?
anybody who is that quiet all the time. You up to something?
Right. So, okay. Let's talk about a few things. So I was going through some things, old text messages, and I've noticed that yeah, in this new age of like sexing, I may have a lot of pictures out there. I've noticed that I may have a lot of, and I'm just gonna say I may have a lot of dick pics out there, right? Um, and I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, on the one hand, not really my face, so I mean, I'm not that worried, and it ain't. I'm not worried. I mean, I'm not worried. If you see it, somebody goes, "Oh, that's so and so's penis," you'd probably be like, "Damn, that's nice." But I mean, I'm not worried. So I
So
don't know.
I'm gonna do like a really quick story. So back when I was first experimenting or whatever, um, I was 18. I was on BGC and Yahoo Messenger and AIM and all that old stuff that was going on at that time.
Hey, everybody. Hey.
Everybody. So this guy I knew, I didn't know that he was being catfished. Somebody was using his picture saying that it
Okay.
was him, but it wasn't.
Mm,
So he knew I had a webcam. Well, the guy knew I had a webcam or whatever.
okay.
So he was telling me to do stuff on the webcam, but he never got on the camera. So to this day, I still have no idea who I did that stuff for or anything.
Oh no, that's crazy.
Yeah. So I don't.
That is crazy. Wow.
Yep. All them BGC and Adam for Adam and all that other stuff. I got a lot of stories.
Yeah.
A whole lot of stories.
I don't have a lot of stories like that, but I do have one similar to what you just told. In my younger years, I was a lot younger. I did have a brief video cam session with someone I wasn't looking in the camera at all, so I don't know. I just know that the person was typing like do this and do that, and the other person was just doing whatever the other person thought. But I was just like, the hell are we doing? And I was like, okay, cut this off. And you just felt like eyes on me, and I just wasn't. I didn't have a porn type of spirit about, at least not in that route. Like I wasn't like, it felt uncomfortable after a while. But I don't know, like I don't know. How do you guys feel about in the chat? How do you feel about sending pictures? Is that a you don't care? Like one, for you're a go for sending pictures. Two, no. Three, it doesn't really matter. I don't know, because I'm like, I'm in a space where I'm comfortable with him. I mean, I've always been skinny, so that's like an issue for me. Like, it's like, but whatever. But I'm comfortable with him. So it'd be like, you want to see it short? Here you go. You know, for me, it means nothing. Like, it don't mean anything. It don't mean you're gonna get it. It don't mean I'm a slap you with it. It doesn't mean anything like that. It just means you looking at it and you like, okay, that's nice. And we go on and continue on with whatever. Like it's nothing. But I don't know. It seems like a lot of times people take it as if like, if I'm showing you this, then that means we're going further. And it's just like, no, it's just like no, it's not. It don't mean that. It means like I'm looking. It's like window shopping. It's like, do you window shop and you go past the store and you like, oh, okay, I like that.
But that kind of goes into the question of where do you draw the line? Because that has been a thing back in, again, my younger days. It was, where do you draw that line of, okay, this is just a hookup, or this is just.
But how do you know what it is?
I mean, okay, so maybe establish boundaries up front. Hey,
Okay.
you bored, I'm bored. Let's just do what we got to do. We go our separate ways.
Right.
If you
and honestly, most of the time it's in boredom that you're doing it.
What'd you say?
I said, and most of the time it's in boredom when you're doing it. So it's like, so I don't get it. Have you ever been catfished though? Like
me?
In doing that? Anybody?
Hell, my ex catfished me. I think I told you that story. That one guy.
You had so many exes. I'm sorry.
Mind your business. That's not the point. But
which one?
I actually, he passed.
No, not.
Yes, it was him.
No.
Yes. So.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I thought I told you.
No, you did not tell me.
Oh,
you're not even going to talk about that story now because
I mean, we can still talk about it. It was funny because I thought I was going to meet this guy, and then I get to the hotel and he walks out, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" Knowing full and well he had a boyfriend, and they were in a very committed well, not committed because
I was about to say, who was committed,
right? But either way, I'm like, y'all supposed to be doing what y'all doing, and he was like, "Well, I mean, it is what it is, and I missed you." I'm like, "Oh."
And everybody was okay with that?
I mean, the boyfriend wasn't there.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't a group thing. It was just you.
It was just me and him.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I did walk. Well, it wasn't a group thing, but like, I went to go see this person, and then when I walked into the room, it was like a whole load of people in this apartment. So I like, what's going on? Like, what's really the deal here? Like, are you staying here? Do y'all just like sleep out? Like, what's really? Because it was a lot of people in this living room, and I was just like, oh, I mean, I could go, if it's a bad time. He was like, no, I want you to stay. Wind up staying. Long story short, in the middle of the night, he's trying to get some, and I'm like, hey, what are you doing? Like, people sleeping, and I know people would not sleep.
Right.
But I mean, I was young. We did it anyway. But I mean, it was weird. It really was. So I was like, I know people are asleep, and then it must have definitely been good because then the next morning, he got a call to go to work, and yeah, we did it before he went to work, and then he was like, "Stay here, and I'll be back." And when I come back,
Well, damn.
right, and then it happened again. Yeah, and
You're there securing appointments. Like, hold up.
yeah,
You back at 3, right?
pretty right. He's like, "I'm gonna just do this real quick, and I'll be right back." Oh, okay, you hungry or something? I got you.
Don't go nowhere. I got you. I
Right.
got you. You want me to cook something? I go get you some food.
Right. Came back with bad food, just like, yeah, you want this? I like that. Okay.
I'll run by your place, grab you a change of clothes. Like, what you need?
Right. Oh my gosh. That's like the one time too. Um I went to go see someone and we wind up smoking. And that's the first time that I've ever smoked with somebody that I really didn't, didn't know like that. And like back to back. And so much so that I was like, okay, I'm done. I cannot smoke anymore. I swear I cannot smoke. So that's funny, Lady T. Right. Trying to act like you sleep.
An Academy Award.
So, right. So we're like, we're messing around and stuff. And I was like, I can't anymore. I'm about to just literally go to sleep. But we wind up, doing whatever. And it was good. It was great. I mean, it was different, but it was good. It was great. So the next morning, we go to his car because I'm like, all right, you got to drop me home. I still lived in New York at the time. And I was like, all right, drop me home. And we go out to his car. His car is gone. Like, oh, shit, where's your car? Like, somebody stole your car? Like, are you serious? Who stole? No, who stole your car? Like, and I'm all like, and he's like, no, I guess they put a cone and didn't put the ticket on the cone or whatever. So he's like, no, they towed it. So we get on the bus, we go all the way to the Navy Yard in Brooklyn to get the car out. And after he pays for it or whatever, the officer was like, okay, only one of y'all could go get the car. So I'm like, I'll stay right here. You go get it. He was like, no, you could go get it. I was like, oh, really? I guess.
Me? Why? It's not my damn car. Go ahead.
Right. But I mean, I guess he was like, I trust you.
Okay.
I was like, okay, whatever. But
that's how you get left.
No, I wouldn't do that. I would not do that. What do we have going on here? What's going on here, Patty, is a nightcap. So this is a lot different from the political conversations that I normally have. Just trying something new, bringing the channel to a different realm of not always talking about politics, but just kind of letting this hair down a little bit. So anyway,
so I do have a question though. So if you let's just say you were a bystander in the room, let's say it's like 8 of y'all, and I'm getting to it. Let's just say it's like 8 of y'all in a room, and one of them's a couple, and the couple's like start getting it in the room. Are you going to try to wiggle over, or are you going just?
I mean, I'll watch. I'm a watcher. I'll watch. I'll definitely watch. Now if it's somebody I kind of know, but I'm not like gonna do anything with them, but I know them. Yeah, I may watch and do a little. I'll be a fluffer. I'm good fluffering. I am definitely good fluffering. I'm a good fluffer, especially certain parts. I'm a good fluffer. But yeah, I did the threesome thing. That was with my best friend. It wasn't all that great. Only because we were just like, ew, don't touch me. We were concentrating on the person. So it was like, ew, don't touch me. Okay. All right, your turn. Okay. No. So it wasn't that all free for all, like, you watch on any kind of, adult film where you're just like, everybody's just like free for all and people touching people. And no, it was none of that. It was like, you don't touch me. We family. We cannot do that. So I mean, that was cool. Will I ever do one again? I don't. I'm a personable person. Like I like it to be only me. If that's a selfish thing, a bit maybe, but because I get emotionally attached, and then if it's too good, and I want it all the time, and then you out doing it with somebody else, I have to kill you, and I don't want to do that. No.
I feel like a hoe because we're telling all these stories and I'm getting flashbacks of stuff that I've done.
Me too.
Because like I had my first threesome, I think on my birthday when I was like 23 or 24 or
uh,
whatever. And I actually had a date that day. So it was a guy, we were friends, but
uh,
I had a date because he was going to take me out for my birthday.
okay.
So I was getting dressed, and one of the people that I had on my team, like my little, you know,
Your little
yeah.
piece. Yeah.
So he was like,
Not on your team though. Like you had a roster. Okay. Pimp Daddy Pimp.
if we get to that, I'll explain the team dynamic. But
Uh-huh.
but yeah, so I'm getting dressed, and he's like, "Hey, what you doing?" And I'm like, "Nothing, getting dressed. I'm about to go out." And he was like, "You should come by because me and my boy wanna do something today." And I'm like, "You and your boy? Oh, all right, I'll be there." Mind you, he only lived 2 blocks over, so I'm like, "Shit, I'm on the way." So I get there, they both just standing there, and I'm like, "All right, so what we doing?" And next thing you know, they get to going. This was the most interesting experience because when I got home, I completely passed out till the next day. I was
Mm.
I missed my date and everything. I was unconscious.
Wow.
That was fun though. It
That
was
is
so
crazy.
fun.
That is crazy. That's like remind me of this one time, and then we'll get to a music break real quick. But last story before the music break. So there was this one time, right, where I was interested in this one dude, and I guess he didn't like me, and that's fine. But he didn't tell me that because had he just told me that, it would have been fine because I wouldn't have felt like a piece of red meat. But he didn't like me, but we wind up going out anyway. Like we just, all right, cool, hang out. I didn't know it because, like I said, he didn't tell me. So we wound up going out. He's like, oh, some of my friends are gonna meet us there. It was at the cafeteria. It's in the city. It's like a 24-hour diner or whatever, but it looks nice. You wouldn't kind of tell it's a diner, but it is. So sitting there, we're talking, and some people walking up the street or whatever. And he's like, "Oh, these are my friends. They're coming." And so his one friend is with somebody, and he's just like, "Damn." He's like, "Who are you?" And I say who I am or whatever, and I'm like, "I'm with your friend David over here," and he's like, "Yeah, all right, whatever," and just slides right over here. It's like, "Yo, so, what's up with you?" Da-da-da-da. And I'm like, "Dude, like your friend, like that's your friend." He's like, "Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, what's up with me and you? Like, isn't that your friend that you came with?" I don't give a fuck about that nigga. Like, what's up with you? I was like, sir, like, thank you, but no thank you. And he was like, "No, but at the end of the night, you're coming with me." And I was like, well, I'm not coming with you nowhere because I drove. And last time I checked, y'all was on feet, like walking towards things. So if anything, I'll drop you off, sir, but I'm not going with you. And he's like, all right, whatever. But I'll get you. I'm gonna get you. Like, sir, whatever. He was doing this the whole night, like so much so that people was like, "Yo, give it up!" Like, stop! Like, stop it. Needless to say, long story short, he made me drop everybody at home, and even his friend was like, "Oh, you could drop me. You could drop me." I'm like, "People, come on, like." Where does he live? He's like, "I'm not gonna tell you where I live till you drop everybody off." I was like, "Sir, I would just drop you at somebody else's house." It's like, "You lucky I'm nice." So he finally dropped everybody up, and he's like, I live so. And mind you, I done passed his house like twice. Didn't know it because he wouldn't tell me.
I would have been over it.
Right. I was
You go out the rest.
so over it. But he's a mess. But I just, I was like,
Something like that. See, that would have been a sign. If you came with somebody and you trying to hit on somebody else, and I bring it up and you say, "I don't care about that person," nah.
yeah. I was just like, who does that? Like, no, I was like, I could see it if it had ended, and then later you was like, "Hey," because even some like, "Didn't you come with somebody?" Oh, but no, dude was right there. And he was just like, I don't like
pure disrespect.
like
Pure disrespect.
We're not even doing that. So right now, I know it's probably gonna sound crazy because it's coming from my phone because my speaker wasn't working. But yeah, so we gonna have a little music break for a moment, and I'm probably not gonna be monetized for this, so it's okay because it ain't like I get much anyway, bringing y'all political news. But I love to do it because yeah, that's what I do. So yeah, we're gonna just rock out with some of our. I don't know what that is. That's not a song I know. This song I know. So we're gonna so we're gonna play this one real quick. Take a little minute break, and we'll be back with some more stories. And if you have any questions, stories, or whatever, put them in the chat, and we can
Please do. That'll
highlight
be
them.
interesting.
Yeah, we can highlight them.
We
And
can't be the only ones.
talk them.
Please. I know y'all got stories.
All right, I know there's some sophisticated, sexy ladies and fine gentlemen in this chat that done had some experiences. So, all right, and we'll be right back with you after this song. Let's do it again. Is there anybody you would do it again with?
Do what again?
Let's Do It Again by TLC. Is there anybody that you would do it again with? So think about that while the song plays, and then we'll get back to answering that question. So the question is there anyone you would do it again with? I'm just saying. All right, all right. So is there anybody that you would do it again with?
Now, again, when you say do it again, do you mean a relationship or just sleeping with?
No, do it again. Like do it. Sex, do it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Louis.
I know you're, yeah, so you answer that. But Oh, you said no one other than my husband. That's why I married him. Oh, Patty, too. That's
That
sweet.
is cute.
That is. I mean, yeah, that's true. I ain't married yet, so yeah. I mean, there's some people. There are some people. Yeah, there's some people I ain't do it again with. That yeah. Oh, I know. I figured. Oh, did you just write? Oh, is that
Huh?
this? That's a this question
Yeah.
in the private chat. Oh, oh. Was that to the other one too? Because that's what I thought of when you said the person had.
Pat.
Yeah.
Oh, no. That was I don't want to say his name, but you
Oh.
know him because his boyfriend and you were friends.
Oh. 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 Not. No. 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 We weren't friends. We were associates.
Whatever.
Anyway. Okay. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I get that. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes you get like real. For me, it's attachment. Like for me, it's like I feel attached. Like I feel a connection, and so therefore, that's the reason why I would do it again. Other than
Mm.
that, like the wham bam, thank you, ma'ams. I'm not really. That's not really my vibe. Like I don't know. Like I've done them, but I don't. I don't get anything out of them. Really, we gotta have definitely a connection for me to be like, all right, cool. I like Um,
I think that's called demisexual.
is it?
I think.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, that would be kind of sort of where I'm at then.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Um, so moving right along to that. Has anybody ever been like wrapped up in bondage? Like spanked and stuff? Like I haven't been spanked, I haven't been tied up, nothing like that. Although, wait, no, I haven't. I don't I don't necessarily know what that's I mean, I guess I'll be okay with it blindfolded and all that. I did have someone crazy story. So I had someone wanting to try some stuff, right? So I'm thinking they're gonna try some, like hot candle wax or some mess like that. No, they wanted me to make some tea. And I was like,
I remember this.
what's the tea for? Yeah, you remember that. I tell you stuff. So I'm like, make you tea. Okay. So I make the tea, and I'm thinking, okay, what you got? Sore throat, because we didn't talk about doing anything. It was just like I'll just make some tea. Could you make me some tea? I'm like, all right, cool. I go make the tea. I give him the tea, and he's like, okay, now I want to suck your dick. I said, excuse me. I said, say what? I want to suck your dick with the tea in your mouth. With hot tea in your mouth. Like, no, you don't give my penis a third-degree burn. Absolutely not. He's like, no, I promise. I won't. Like, just try it. I promise you it feels good. Needless to say, it feels wonderful, but I would not recommend it because I wouldn't recommend it because I'm sensitive, so it felt weird as hell, but it still felt kind of good. It almost felt like getting into like a bath. The water's kind of hot. You're like, ooh, but it's like, but ooh, It felt like that. And my dumb ass, I was more concerned, like, you better not spill that shit on my rug. Like, don't you spill no.
That sounds about right. That's it.
That sounds like me, right? Because I was like, don't spill no tea on the damn rug. I feel ya. You want a bib or something to catch it?
Put a towel down.
Put a towel down. But I was just like, yo, that is just crazy. That is crazy. That is so crazy. Needless to say, he still, he occasionally it's like, hey, how you doing? And I just always be like, hey, and I always think of the tea. That was so fucking weird. I've never in my life. I was like, Oh, he's like, could you make me some tea? And I was so like, yeah, sure. You know, like he's come over tons of times, so it was no big deal. Like, yeah, sure. He was like, I have a question to ask you. And the way he did it, he was like, I have a question to ask you. Like, okay, I don't know what the tone is for, but all right, like, what's the whispers for? He's like, yeah, I really want to suck your dick with the tea in my mouth. I don't know about that, but yeah, it was good. It was good. It was weird, but it was good.
See, that's something new. I've heard of ice. Like if I've done ice before. So
All
you
right,
can get like a hot and cold dynamic.
no, see, I haven't done ice.
It, it's one of those things where you're like your body is extremely hot and then there it's just cold. So it's a weird feeling. It doesn't feel bad. It's just different.
And talk about weird feelings. The first time, and we're going there, people, because this is the nightcap, of course. So the first time I had my booty ate, it was by a girl, right? Actually, one of my girlfriends in college. And this is a funny story because the funny part about this story is that I was supposed to have a meeting in the next room like an hour before this whole thing commenced. And I had shared a room by myself. So it was nothing for people to just like come in and be like, hey, Tone, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't lock the door. And she commits to put chocolate syrup all on my booty crack, and she was just going to town. Like she really was. Don't run, don't leave, it's fun. So she was, and she was like, she was good. Like she was really doing, and I was like, asking her, like, girl, is you a lesbian? Is you you got some lesbiterian? As Jay Wilson would say, do you really have some lesbiterian in you? Because whew, I was getting lightheaded and everything. Like she was going to town, like chocolate syrup and all. But the funny kicker was, remember I said, put a pin in that meeting, right? So she just going. She's got little tight cheeks. Yes, because I have tight cheeks. Just spread out. You're like, and she's all in there, right? Going to town. And all I see is the light from the hallway glisten across my wall. And I'll be damned. They like, yo, we got a meeting. Oh shit. Like, yo, it's a meeting. And everybody's like, oh shit. So they all go barging out of my room, right? It was the most awkward 10 seconds of my life because immediately I was like, all right, cool. I got up. I cleaned myself off or whatever. She stayed in the room and I went to the meeting. And it was like silence. And everybody was just looking at me like, really, nigga? So you got girls eating your ass? I said, yeah, she wanted to do it. It was like, yo. So at first I thought they were going to join on me like, oh, that's some crazy shit. They was like, yo, how you get her to do that? Like, what you mean how? She just wanted to do it. Like, stop. Like, just act like, I don't know, talk to her. Like, get to know what she like. You'd be surprised instead of thinking, it's just one way. But yeah, that was funny. And then also upon that, I got caught again and should have told to lock my door, but I didn't. And she was shaving it this time. And my best friend Flip walked in.
Lord.
And he was like, oh, he was like, see you in this ass shit. I can't. He's like, you in this ass shit. I can't do. He's like, yo. He's like, you know what? I am really just gonna knock from that on messing with you.
I mean, that would be smart.
I mean, that would be smart, but they never did it. They would always tease me for doing it. Like, why do you knock? Because I don't know what I'm gonna walk into, so I knock first before I go swing open the door. But they would just swing open the door, and it's like you get what you pay for.
Right, you see what you see.
Right. But yeah, that was funny. So that's my story.
The first time I got my ass ate was by this guy who is now a porn star.
Oh.
Yeah, we used to work at the grocery store together, and he was a friend of a friend that I was living with. And my friend was like, oh, there's this guy up front, because I worked in the deli, so I was in the back, and he worked as a cashier up front.
You was in the deli serving meats. Okay.
Yes, handling the meat.
Swinging meats around.
So he was like, "Yeah, you really gonna like this guy? We're gonna go out to eat, and then we just gonna go back to his place because he stayed in a boarding house, but he just stayed by himself. I guess he owned it, or his mother owned it, or something like that.
Okay.
But it was plenty of rooms, and he just stayed in there by himself.
Mm-hmm.
So we ate, and we went back to his place, and he asked me to do it to him, and I'm like, all right, whatever. I mean, I've done it before, but he was like, all right, I want to do it back, and I'm like,
How I feel about that.
For one, I had never done it before. I had never had it done to me before. And two, I went to work and I didn't get a chance to shower or anything before we went out. Right. So it was like
it was a little tanked.
Yeah. So I'm like, it's a little salty. You gonna get
I don't be responsible for giving you high blood pressure. Right. I don't want to be responsible for putting you on the medicine.
Lips be curled.
See, the ankles is swollen. See, look like you're walking around like Wendy Williams with swollen. Somebody get him a water pill. Get him a water pill. God damn it. Hey.
But he was like, no, it's cool, don't worry about it. Because he was like, all right, well, we could just hop in the shower together. And then but that and even then, I don't even know why I did this with him. But we ended up doing stuff in the shower. Homeboy knew he wasn't clean.
But nobody ever gets clean when you do it in the shower. Come on, you guys. What's going on?
And then after we got through that ordeal, then we actually washed in the shower, and then he did it, and I'm like, oh, that's when he did it, I was like, oh.
You was over there like, what you call Jamie Foxx talking about? Lick the taint. Lick the taint.
And you've had it done to you. You know when somebody hit a new spot, you're like, "Oh, wait."
Ooh. I told you. I thought she probably would still laugh at this story if she was listening. Like, cause I was like, "Are you lesbian? Do you need to talk to? Do we need to have a sit down?" You was just. I was like, "Ooh." I needed a whole oxygen mask by the time she was done. I didn't even care that they even came in. That's how totally in euphoria I was. My head was spinning. I was like, "Oh shit, this is some new shit." Yeah. Needless to say, she did it all the time, and not because I asked her to, because she wanted to.
She gonna call me like, "Who gonna do that thing you like?" You know that.
No, you know what she would do? It's these drinks called nutcrackers, and she would buy them, and they're like big. They come in like the wonton soup containers, right? These big wonton soup containers, and it's like probably brown liquor, white liquor, all kinds of liquor in it. And yeah, she would buy me one of those. And when she bought me one of those, like she's like, "You come in to hang out," and I would, drive out there. I knew it was going down because she'd be like, "Here you go." I'll be like,
that was the signal.
That was the signal, right?
Like, oh shit, let me go take a shower real quick. Hold on.
Not even. She know I would always take a shower before I came anyway. So she'd be like, "Oh, speaking of that, okay, so have you ever got caught like by a parent?" So still involving her, right? Still involving her. So it was one night she gave me one of them goddamn nutcrackers, right? Trying to crack some nuts. And so we was hanging out, and usually when she takes some of my nutcracker that she bought for me, she gets a little extra, and she be all in the hallway while we like going back to her place, just being dumb. And so we get finally back in the apartment, and she's like, we're sitting on the couch, and she's like, I was like, "Oh, your uncle not here?" Because usually he's, stayed on the couch or whatever. He was usually in there. So he's like, "All right, he gone." So we on the couch, And she started, doing thing or whatever. And she's like unzipping and all the other kind of stuff. And I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Let's just go in the room. No, I want you now. Let's go now. So I'm like, all right, cool. It was late, but it wasn't that late. It was like maybe like 2:30 around there, 2:15, 2:30. It had to be somewhere around there. So I'm like, yo, let's just go back in the room. No, no, no. So she's riding and doing all this kind of stuff. And I'm just like, all right, cool. And something just said, peek your head over. And I go like this. Why do I see a whole silhouette of a person? And
just watching.
Watching. Okay. So I said, oh shit. I said, stop. I think your mother is standing there. And she's like, what? And what? Your mother is standing there. And she like, oh shit, that is my mother. And I'm like, you stopping at this moment. She done been there like 20 minutes. Yeah, she's like, Ma, what do you want? She said, oh, I swear I can't make this up. She said, oh, no, I heard the door. I just wanted to make sure it was you guys that came in. But you was standing there so long. I had to look twice before I was like, it looked like somebody. Sorry, that's my dryer. Yes, I wash clothes at night.
She was probably taking notes. Like, damn.
No, but look. Let me tell you what happened after that, right? So she was like, Ma, what do you want? She's like, no, I thought I heard the door, so I was making sure who it was. But knowing she was lying, she was standing there watching the whole time. Or at least, long enough to be like, what they doing? Oh my God, he's fucking the shit out of my daughter like this. But she is riding that shit. Go, girl, you ride that dick, girl.
I told her everything she know.
Right. So after that, yeah, I kid you not. Every time I stayed at her mom's house, her mom's apartment after that, when I would just come over and stay the night if we was hanging out, if I took a shower, she would immediately come in the room after I came out the bathroom to be like, hey, son. I'd be like, hey, what's going on? Like right after, you get out the shower, then you take the towel off and you like drying her. She would come right in. Hey, son, good morning. Hey. And then she was like, I think my mom really wants to see your day. I'm like, that's gross. And I'm like, no, you playing. But then after a while, when she kept doing it, I was like, yeah, I think you know what? I'm gonna just go. I was like, I'm gonna just go. I'm not gonna spend the night anymore. I'll just leave and go home. Because that was just a bit weird. But yeah, that's
the fact that she said it so casually would have concerned me. Like, you seem okay with this.
No, I mean because she always her mom was always very much like, like, oh my God, almost giving the thing like, oh my gosh, I wish I would have met someone like you when I was my daughter's age kind of thing. She would always say that. They'd be like, oh, I'm glad you like me. Until that one incident happened. It was like, you know what? I can't stand it. But no, they was good people. But yeah, that joint was crazy. That was crazy. So yes. I don't know, but no, I just always had some crazy experiences that were just like, I don't know. Have you had anything like that?
I mean, sometimes the moment take you and you gotta do it at work.
Oh no, I ain't never done it. No.
I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna walk down there. I'll see you down there in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think she kind of wanted some a little bit too. I think she wanted some a little bit, but I wasn't. I'm not a motherfucker like that. So no.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I really don't know. I thought about going to one of those little bondage party things, but then I don't like to be like, you ain't gonna tell me I got to get naked if I don't want to. You gotta let me decide when I want to get naked. I feel like me getting naked is the part of my comfortability. Okay, and when I want to get naked, then I'll start to remove clothes. I don't like to go to them places and they be like, "You gotta take your clothes off, put them in the bag." No, because then no, maybe I want to watch. I want to feel the room out. Because if people, I notice that some of the other little parties where they be doing all that, they be like clamping nipple things and pulling them and have people hanging from shit. I'm just like, that's not sexy to me.
It all depends on what you like. They didn't.
We passed the days of bondage. Okay?
Yeah. No, we're not. No, we're not. You just have to keep an open mind. That's the best thing you can do when you go into places like that. And I've been to clubs like that where they let you keep your clothes on. If you wanted to get naked, that was your choice. As long as everything was pretty much fine. I've been to a few places where they give you wristbands. So they will give you a wristband. It would be, of course, red, yellow, or green. Green meant you open or whatever. Yellow meant you open to try, and red means leave me the hell alone. So
no, but wait a minute. So green meant like you was green and open, ready to go. That's what anybody in the place.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Anybody. So somebody could be walking up by you and be like, "Hey," and
they don't just come up and hit you. Honestly, they're very polite. Like if you,
I mean, I guess so. Before they pop your ass, they're gonna be like, "Hi, how are you?"
See, that's where you have to discuss things with that person. So like there was one. Yeah, there was one time it was this guy's birthday and he was a dom. So all the subs in the room,
he took like a dominant person.
Yes, he was a dominant. So since he was a dom, all the subs in the room, he played with all of them. So he used every station in the room on different subs.
He was King Dingaling. Okay.
He didn't fuck them though.
No. So I'm not saying he had to actually have sex with them. He could just be in the room. Sit down. Yes, sir.
But he tore this one girl up. This one girl said, "Give me the best you can do." He said, "Okay."
No.
So he took out. He had a whip. He had a riding crop. He had a nightstick. He had
nightstick to do with what?
So the girl was skinny. So when she hunched over the thing, you could see her spine. So he took the nightstick and ran it down her spine. It was
oh my God. So who do they get in? Do they sign a disclaimer?
Yes, you have to sign a waiver. Whatever the fuck happens to you happens to you.
Okay, because I'm about to say they done gave that bitch scoliosis playing around. She ain't been the same. She ain't been the same since. Oh my God, I can't. That's why I don't do them things. I cannot. Like,
But it's not all bad. Like there's a pleasure station. Like this one guy he's apparently he was a well-versed dom because he was also a pleasurable dom. So he had this one girl on a table and he took it's either called a violet wand or a violet wand. I think it's violet. And it
violet or violent.
I think it's violet.
Okay. I was just
but he would it would shock you lightly. So he was like running his fingers down her body like sensually, so that way her body becomes more sensitive to touch.
Okay.
And he was lightly like shocking her in different places and rubbing her nipples, and so it was like a pleasurable sensory overload type thing. So yeah, it's not all like abuse. There's different ways to dominate a person.
Oh, okay. Right. Exactly. Like certain stuff I'm okay with. Like, okay, like for my birthday, I tried to do something a little different. So I got my nipples pierced, right?
It hurts.
I got my baby nipples pierced. And yes, it hurt. Well, one nipple hurt more than the other. But now that they've kind of subsided from the ooh, it's like if something taps it, it hurt, but then it's like, ooh, that feels kind of good. Do it again. And like the other day, I hit one nipple in the refrigerator door, and I had to stand there for a good 2 minutes, like, what?
You were dazed.
I said, ooh. Like, what's wrong with One moment, that hurt, but it felt good. I didn't know whether to be mad or to just like, get overly excited. But I don't know. It's just, I don't know.
They
It's just
said, like, "What's wrong with you? Nothing. I be in my room. No calls. Hold my call.
hold all calls. Hold the news. Hold the news.
I'll come out when I come out. Leave
Right.
me."
Break time. I'm on break. Um, you just take a break. I'm on another one.
Mind your business.
Right. Oh my gosh. So I've noticed that I've had like sensitive areas, especially there. They've always been sensitive, but since the piercings, they definitely have awoken a new like, ooh, okay. So I can't wait to like have somebody else try them to see how intense they are. Because just that little knocking on the refrigerator door the other day, I was like, oh, wait to COVID. Just wait. Who COVID? Huh. Can't wait. But
I got some friends in Maryland. I'll get the violet wand and just. Zzz.
The hell you want? No, thank you. No, because I no.
Head be straight.
No, thank you. Probably running through shocks all through there, like no, thank you. And I say it because I have like sensitive areas, and there's this one sensitive spot on me, and I'm not going to tell you guys where it is, but it is a visible spot to where in which people, if that don't know it, when they do this, it drives me crazy. Like one, I'll tell you, and that's no big thing. Since my hair has grown, it's part of it is my hair. So like people are like, oh, your hair is so nice. I really don't let people touch my hair anyway because I don't, but some people do. Like before I could do this, oh, your hair is so nice. That, look, oh my god, don't. So sometimes when people do it, I gotta be like, I have to like, if I don't catch them right away to be like stopping them, I have to like train myself to be like, oh, don't do that. Please don't. And then they go and do it. And I gotta be like, woosah, calm down. I have to talk to the people.
Like, harder.
Calm down. So, but the other spot, people don't know. And a lot of times when they're talking to me, especially if they like whisper something, I don't even be hearing what they be saying most of the time. And that used to happen when I was younger in church. And it'd be like, psst, and I'd be sitting there like, they'd be like, oh, that boy done caught the spirit. God bless him.
Church though.
Well, because you whisper a lot in church. You be trying to be and doing all that. And I'll be sitting over there like shaking and shit. They be like, oh, that baby that caught the spirit. No.
He caught something.
Hitting that special spot of mine, and it was just going crazy. And the legs start going. So
that's the leg.
Yes, it's really bad. I mean, to the point where even as a kid, my brother's friends, thank God for having an older brother, most of his friends cut hair. That's what they did to gain a little extra money and all that kind of stuff. So I was always getting free haircuts. But yeah, that was problematic because it'd be like, man, it was jumping because you keep going there. If you stop and stay away from there. So I really had to train myself to be like, don't jump, just stay. Whew. So sometimes I could catch it. Sometimes I could be like, oh, hold it together. But yeah, other times it would definitely be like.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of haircuts and spots, that just made me think of something. You remember shit? I met you when I was living with Tryon, so whatever. Right. My dad. So because he used to cut hair. So one time he cut my hair, and I don't know why he did it, but he ran his finger across the back of my neck, and I was like, and he was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" I was like, "I'm sorry." He was like, "I'm your father."
That's nasty.
Right. I'm like, "I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention."
I just felt the touch.
Right.
But that's how I feel about when people do like when people would put their run their fingers through my hair. It'd be like, okay, I know it looks nice. Thank you. I just like, Who don't do that? So I had to like really. So most of the time I'm doing the little. Oh, thank you. And not don't touch. Don't touch. Um, yeah. So if you lucky enough to like come up on me and be like, hey, know that if I don't respond to you right away, that's because I'm having a moment. Let me regain myself and say thank you. Please don't touch my hair. Thank you. Hi, nice to meet you. But yeah, that is definitely a crazy spot of mine. But speaking of spots, anybody have some weird, crazy spots that they kind of like, ooh, touch here, ooh, touch there? Like some people, it's their feet. Some people, crazy, it's like the back of their knee, like weird stuff like
The
that.
back of the knee.
I know, like the knee, the part where your little tendons.
Hold on. I'm sitting here
Uh,
rubbing the back
one,
of my knee.
now, one person I know, like when you do when you go to the doctor and they do their little
The
test,
reflex test?
yeah, he likes that, like tapping it, like, oh, like that's weird. That's really weird. And then I did come across someone. I ain't gonna say who it is because it's a very close friend of mine, but um he's one of my closest friends too, just like Antonio. But he actually likes the little test that they do when they stick the Q-tip in your pee hole.
Oh no. No, no, no.
Exactly.
No.
He's like, oh my god, I can't. I love it when they do that. It feels so good. I'm like, oh, that is cool.
Mm,
It hurts. First and foremost, I've been wanting to kick him in the face. He's like, no, you just got to sit back and go with it. It feels so good. I
that
was like, no, it does not. It does not feel good. He's like, no, it really does. It feels great. It really feels great. I was like, hell no, that's
so he
hurt.
probably does sounding then.
What the hell is that? Like when they stick like the
The
metal,
metal bars in there. So yeah, he probably sounds.
I mean, he probably would try it. I don't know if he's ever done it because I know if hey, do you sound? He'd be like, what the hell is that? If I told him, he'd probably be like, I might want to try that.
Hold my calls. I'll be
I'm on break. I'm on break. But sir, you just went on break. I'm going on break again. Yeah. To me, I just think that's dangerous though. Like, please do not stick nothing in my pee hole and then I'll be something. I ain't peed right in a week.
And that's kind of what I'm scared of, breaking
Yeah,
something.
right.
It's
And then
not
you be
supposed to
sitting
go in
there,
that direction.
right. Your pee be sitting there looking like a sprinkler, like in somebody's house. Your pee be cascading all over the place. I got a pee.
That's when you got to go in the shower. What? You just took a shower. I gotta pee. Mind your business.
Right. So it don't go everywhere. You be out in public talking about, I gotta go home. For what? Because I don't want to pee all over the place. That is just crazy, 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 crazy. Okay, so last question, right? So I don't really wear sexy underwear, but somebody did gift me with some sexy underwear, right? So I put them on, and I was like, oh, these are different. But certain ones are kind of like, okay, I can see it. But for me, it's almost like there's not enough room in it to be sexy. So I just feel like,
There's not supposed to be room. That's the point.
but then there's no point because then I'm sitting there like toddler penis because I can't breathe. So then it's like, so what you supposed to have it on for like a second? Like I'm gonna just put it on for one quick second, then take it off.
It depends, because there are some underwear where they're supposed to be worn the entire time, and some they're the gift
No,
wrap to the gift.
no, none of these are gift wrapped to the
Oh,
no.
oh, well, if they supposed to be the gift and you can't move in them, then yeah, that's wrong.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it may just be like a visual thing. I don't know. I don't know. They still sit in the packaging, because I don't have anybody to wear them for. But I just thought, like, what was the point of that? Like, there's no room. I
'Cause,
got
like jock straps, that's the gift and the wrapper.
right. Well, I don't know, but
I mean, it can be.
well, I mean, it all depends on what you into.
Yeah, very true. But I
Yeah,
mean, it's not.
and then too, for me, it all depends on what you're going with. Like I am a backsided person, and it really doesn't matter. Like man, woman, I'm looking. If you let me touch it, I'm gonna touch it, but I'm gonna ask first. I'm an asker. I'm not a me tooer. I don't just
I
randomly
mean, too.
grab them by the pussies. I don't know, or by the behinds. I don't do that. That's nasty. But I don't discriminate. It's like, oh, that looks nice. Um, so to have a jock strap or something where the back is like out, I'm all for that. But like for me, it's like kind of like if you want to see it, sure, I'll put them on, but I'm not.
I'm
I
not
can't
keeping them
move. Yeah, I can't move. So it's almost like I can't even get excited. So it's like if I had them on, I'm not getting excited because I don't want to bust a hole through them. Like like yeah. Oh, you ruined the underwear. I'm sorry. So it's
on.
like, who just stay relaxed and
There should be some with like, because I've seen some underwear where like the front of it is like an elephant and your dick goes where the trunk is.
yeah, but do you notice that? But even them, when the pictures, when they have the pictures, they still be on. They be on, water in cold water in the pool or cold shower. It don't be on no.
Right, right, right.
You
I don't know. See, now you're gonna have me underwear shopping tonight.
Well, see, I know they do have some that have like an attachment to them, like a
Mhm.
cock ring attachment. So therefore, you could, it has that space. It's no thing there. So you just put them on, and they kind of like jock strap ish, but they have that piece there, so your stuff can get a little room. But I don't know. I don't know. I just
I'm
want.
on and off on cock rings. Like sometimes it feels okay, and then I don't. It doesn't feel different to me. Like I've heard stories of where it
Um,
feels better, but to me, like I don't know, just feel like I'm being strangled.
I Well, it definitely doesn't feel comfortable when you have hair, and I'm a little beastie, unfortunately. Even though I do shave it, it just seems to come back like, "Gotcha, bitch!" Like, no, I shaved you. Stop it.
Get
That's
you some
what
nair.
huh?
Get you some nair.
Hell no, no, no. I done that one time. I burned myself. I'm not no. Oh my god. I burned the shit out of myself, right? Because this what happened. So, real quick story. I neared myself, and I was like, okay. It said, what 2 to 3 minutes or something like that. So I was like 2 3 minutes swiping, no swiping because it was nothing. It was just the stuff. So I said, okay, reapply and leave it on there a little longer. It's a little stubborn. It's a little like, hell no, we won't go. It was standing up for its rights, right? So I don't recall leaving it on past the time. I didn't
You'll
think it
feel
was.
it.
No, I didn't think it was. No, let me say so. I swiped and the hair came off, and I was like, okay, cool. So I was like, okay, hair came off, and I was like, okay, let me get in the shower. Wrong move. Oh god, Jesus Christ, the burning. I wanted to jump out of the shower. That's how it surprised the shit out of me. It was like somebody had cut me just I was just like, and I had the detachable shower head. So I was like, da, 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 da. Oh god, oh god, oh my god. Oh my god! I'm looking for cuts and shit because I'm like, oh my god, I must have cut myself. How the fuck you cut yourself with cream? Like, where is the, so I'm looking, I'm trying to looking, getting all hair getting wet, and I'm really focused on trying to find where this cut is because it feels like I am bleeding and there's no blood. So I'm like, oh, oh, and I like really get right where the taint was, and it was really red. I was like, must have burnt myself or something like this. Says you can burn yourself, don't leave it on too long. And yeah, it must have been on that area way too long. So I was like, oh, you know what? Never again. I'm just sorry. I'll shave. I even bought a manscaper thing. I manscape all around there, but right under there, you just gotta go with it. Go with it. Just go with it. It's minty fresh. I make sure I shave it, but I ain't touching that. You better go through the bush. Don't worry. It's there because I'm not touching in between there. That hurt.
I mean, I nair, and sometimes because I know to start the timer as soon as I put it on. It's a 10 minutes. So as soon as it touch skin, I hit the timer. Like, all right, I got 10 minutes, and I hurry up and put everything on.
Now, how do you do that part first, then, and then do the other part?
Yes, I start from the bottom and work my way up.
Okay, well, maybe that's what I should do. So then, by the time that's been so long ago, I was traumatized. I ain't gonna. I've been traumatized ever since. Like, damn you, nair for men. Go to the abyss because
Yeah, there's been plenty of times where I've not paid attention to the time, and next thing you know, I'm like, what's tingling? Why does that feel for? Oh, hell no. And then I get in the shower and then that burns.
No, because my stuff be stubborn. I mean, it be so stubborn to the point where I put it on and the only thing I'll see is permed hair. I'm like, girl, you got your shit laid. Like, I put some just for me on my balls.
Permed hair.
Yes, it be like just for me. It be jam. It's like no lie, relaxer.
Oh my god.
Really though? My balls just got a pressing curl. Really? I gotta walk around with balls with a pressing curl? Like, no.
Like, did you put Wet and Wavy on this?
Right. Talking about, oh, you got Brazilian. Yeah, I got Brazilian hair. You like that? Yeah. It's natural. Yeah, like it really be looking crazy. So I don't know about that. I really don't know about the Nair thing. We have to work it out. We have to work it out.
Oh, that's funny.
I'll try a different system, but I do know.
I mean, they have sensitive skin Nair.
I've tried them all. Tried sensitive skin. I tried the one with the coconut kind of fragrance.
I have that one too.
I don't like the smell of the Nair because you've been nearing. You've been nearing? Yes.
Yeah, you can smell it. You can tell.
You're like, yes, I've been nearing. So then you get the little fragrance and it's like, it smells like nearing here, but it smells like fragrance of coconut. Like
smell like Nair in the car wash in here. What is that?
Right. So I don't know. I don't play with it too much, but no, yeah, I am no scrotum for me because it hurt. Okay. And I like my scrotums. Yeah. Oh, one last one, because this is one. Have you ever done anything outside?
Mm-hmm.
Really? I haven't. No, I have. Well, no, I take that back. Like there's one time in band camp. So, and this is going back to that same kooky girlfriend.
Girl, where is she? God damn, she probably on OnlyFans somewhere, eating booty.
No, she is married, eating booty. Blah, 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 blah. But
she's probably on OnlyFans. Let me look. I want to see these skills.
Well, I was her trainer. So one like we had to. She lives in the city, so I'm from Queens. But, you could just park your car. You ain't necessarily got to move it from side to side because I live in a residential area, but she lived in an apartment. So on certain days, you had to move the car. If it was on one side of the street, you had to move it to the other side of the street, or they would come and tow your car, and that's a whole bananas trying to get it out. So we got up early. Well, she got up early. It's like, oh, I'll go move your car. So she gets up to go move my car, and she comes back. I was like, oh, you move it? No, because I can't park it. Because I can't park on that side. Because she couldn't parallel park a certain way. So I'm just like, just find another parking space. No, I don't want to lose that spot. Okay, so I had to get up. We go out there, And of course, we're still waiting for the person to leave the spot because she was like, oh, this lady said she was leaving, but she apparently did not leave right away. So we're sitting in the car. So we're sitting in the car and she's like, you want to do something? To do what? It's like umpteen hours. Like it's like 7 o'clock in the morning. Like people are getting up, going to work and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, okay, let's go. Like, what are you talking about? Do what? Like, what are you doing, girl? What are you? And she just leaned over and was just like, whoop, 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 whoop. At first, nobody was around. So I was like, okay, cool. Oh, but here comes Mr. FedEx truck. Hey, yo. That's nice. I was like, stop it. Stop it. And she just, bloop, bloop, bloop. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing. He was like, hey, you got to get it how you get it. I was like, this is so wrong. This is so wrong. So yeah, we finished. The lady came out finally, and then we parked, and I was just like, you are so crazy. Dude, something's wrong with you. Something's really wrong with you.
When I was in college, my friend and I, we used to have to take the subway to get to downtown because it was a lot cheaper to park at the lot and then take the train downtown.
Mm-hmm.
So we used to get there in the lot early and be doing it in the car. People would be walking by and everything because we always parked right in front of the sidewalk.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you could blatantly see us. People just didn't give a damn. It was like,
Right.
okay, well, I mean, it is what it is.
Oh, oh.
Yeah. No issues.
Oh.
Nobody said a thing.
Oh my God. I ain't never been that bold. Like I ain't never been that bold to do it on the train. I ain't never been that bold. No, I just no.
Hell, when I was in New York, I tried to do it on the train, but somebody got on the car.
No, I can't. I can't.
Then tried on the pier, but the police came.
No.
So, yeah,
No.
New York was not a secret for
Speaking
me.
of the pier, how about some of us? Oh, let's just do some walk. Like I met this person and we was like, oh, let's go for a walk or whatever. We walked to the pier. I'm like, oh, this is nice. But when I get to the pier, then he wants to tell me, oh, this is where everybody hooks up. But before he told me that, right? I was like, I gotta go pee. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go pee. So I'm going to the bathroom, and there's this group of guys like standing on the railing of where you go into the bathroom, like, yeah, what's up, sexy cutie? I'm like, what? What? I am going to the bathroom. I gotta pee.
They don't give a damn. They probably drink it.
Right.
Go ahead, go in the shower.
I'm like, I go into the bathroom and I had to pee so bad. And the guy was in there like closing it up. He was like, man, I was about to lock this up because it's supposed to be closed. But he was like, I'll let you go. I was like, thank you so much because I was so about to pee on myself. And I really didn't want to do that. So yeah. So when I come out, they're like, damn, sexy. And I'm like, yo, where the fuck did you bring me? Like, ain't this like a normal park? Like, I'm getting a little nervous. And I'm like, what's the fuck's going on? He was like, well, there's the pier. Everybody hooks up at the pier. I mean, like, hook up how? And trust me, I've been very naive to all this stuff. So when he was like, hook up, I'm like, fuck you mean hook up? Like, what? Like, no, he's like, do it. Like, have sex. I was like, oh, hell no. You didn't bring me to the pier. It's cold. First of all, it's cold as shit. It's extra cold because we on the water. So it's like, who the fuck is doing anything out here in this brick cold? Like your dick will get cold. Like
He gonna keep you warm. You ain't even gotta worry. You ain't even gotta worry.
No, thank you. Needless to say, we stood there for 2 minutes and I was like, I'm ready to go. It's freezing cold. And we just walked back. And then I got on the subway and went home. But yeah, I thought that was really crazy. I was like, what the hell? No. People doing this shit outside. That's crazy. But yeah, I've seen videos where people do it outside and stuff, and people be walking by looking, and I'm just like, no, I don't do that. Hey, Mika, how you doing? Like, no, I don't do that. But I don't know. I'll never say never. I'll say that. I'll never say never. But as of right now, I have not, and don't plan on.
You never know. Shit, it might be as soon as the world opened up for real, your ass might be out there, run down the steps, butt ball naked, talking about who wants a me.
I got needs. A lot of people would, but I'm just not, no, I don't.
Who wants to ride the baloney pony?
No, my baloney's been cased. It's just case right now. I mean, that's a good thing. I've embraced it. I mean, although yeah, the hormones be a raging, but it's kind of like stay focused.
I don't. There's people who are on OnlyFans and they're traveling across the world just sucking and fucking everything they can, and I'm like, and you haven't tested positive for COVID yet? How is this possible?
I'm trying to figure out why you ain't tested positive for the
For other things,
for your real estate. And what I mean by real estate, that house
that house.
in Virginia.
Mm,
You can use the acronyms how you choose.
mm.
But yeah.
Oh, did you see that my that guy who I really like on Twitter made an OnlyFans?
I thought he already had one.
No, he just made one this week.
Did you see the top of he had a little top of booty meat showing. I was like,
I subscribed to the OnlyFans. He got more than that on there.
oh, what's too much? It's probably like $30. Ain't nobody got time for that.
It's 13.
Oh, it's not bad. Well, speaking of $30, so the one I follow on it that I love. I mean, he's straight, but he has an enormous ass.
Oh yeah.
He got his ass is huge, and
It's $30.
I'm an ass connoisseur. Let me tell you.
Oh yay!
And he's in DC too. If I find this man, all I want, I don't even care. He can be with the woman. I just want to sit in the back. I just want to watch it.
Don't mind. You walk in with the finger. Don't mind me.
Don't mind me. And I'll put up, like Beyonce said, put up the partition, please. I'll put up the partition because I'm probably gonna put my dick out because it's just that it's beautiful. It is big and beautiful, and I like it. But right, he's straight, and this woman, I guess it's his girlfriend or whoever she does, she films it, and he be putting all kinds of decoratives like whipped cream and shaving cream, and he shaves it and icing and all kinds of stuff. And he swears out that his butt is bigger than Beyonce's. And if he thinks that anybody else has a bigger butt than him and they can prove it and they haven't had surgery or anything like that, he will give them $1,000. I said, well, good luck with that. But I say all that to say his OnlyFans is $30. I'm not paying that to just see your ass shake around. Like, no, that's not even like I don't even know if you getting what's the pinned or porked or whatever the term is for guys that like to be poked. Pegged. Yes, that's it.
He might. If he getting pegged, I'll watch. Not for $30.
Right. For like if he's getting pegged, I'll watch that. But not for $30.
And that's the thing. Honestly, a lot of these OnlyFans subscribers, I'm not gonna pay money to watch you beat off. You got that on your Twitter page. I'm good. I don't need that.
Not even. That's like I don't even want to watch. What am I watching? And then like you only do content when it's about that time for the monthly subscribers to re-up and you to get the money. That's when you throw out something. This is like, no, I'm not. And everybody walking around here thinking they're a porn star. No, your films are kind of dusty. No, thank you. No, thank you. So I don't know. It's just really peculiar. Yes. The car is still considered outside. Is the car still considered outside? I think so because you outside when you're in the car.
I guess.
Oh, well, I mean, I ain't never. Well, truth be told, I never had no indecent exposure tickets from being in the car. So I ain't doing that. I ain't built for that life. My twin sister, she's a whole nother demon. She built for that life. I ain't built for that life. I said, she did what? Now that's a freak. That's one of them quiet ones. You be like, oh, she's so sweet and quiet. That thing's a whole sex demon. Don't mess with her.
Like in Don't Be a Menace when they were in the back of the mail truck and she turned into the demon.
You really like it?
Right.
She is crazy. She is crazy. I don't ask me where she gets from because I have no idea. Yeah. So yeah, I think this went well for our first installment of the nightcap. It was fun. It is now 1:00. We really was only supposed to be here till like 12ish, but we came on a little late. So So normally it'll be like from 11 to 12 ish. We're still working out some other things as far as the music is concerned, because of course YouTube don't let you play shit. So I don't know. We'll work that out. But as always, we like to thank you guys for coming out. Thank you for everybody who popped in the room to hang out with us. Mika, thank you. Patty Duke, Harlem Vegan, T Daniels, of course, great to see you. Binge Thinker, and who else is in here? Or who else was in here? Leo the Lioness, thank you for stopping by. I know you if you're still in here. The Tea Lounge, thank you for stopping by. Sam I am, if you're still in here, thank you for stopping by. And Keisha Bishop, of course, thank you as always. JCL Productions, thank you. And thank everybody else. If I missed you, I am so sorry. But if you're up in the balcony, because of course we don't call it the bushes here, because no one is in the bushes in Cap Hill, okay? Never the bushes, just always the balcony. Keep it clean and classy. So if you're up in the balcony, hello, and thank you for stopping by. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself as much as we did, and I'll see you next time to hang out and have a good nightcap. So before we go, make sure you grab your little glass and make sure you swiggle down your nightcap. And I'm practically finished. And so there you go. So thank you guys. Have a great night. And I'll see you next time. Now, we don't know when next time will be. So don't be like, oh, if you going Friday, it's a schedule by schedule thing.
Hell, you know what? If y'all really want to comment for it and tell other people.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true. If you really liked it, please let us know. If you really enjoyed it, please let us know, and we will keep it going as long as you guys enjoy it. Because of course, we always want to make sure that CCNTV is always giving you content you can enjoy and use. So, so with that said, thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with us. And until next time, peace out.
Bye.
Bye.